Hello, GDQ, and welcome to Pit People. Before we start, I'm going to point at my last run as just an example of how this game tends to go. It is very RNG, very chaos, and I lost, I literally lost the part of the first map and had to reset that part of the map. But it typically balances out because there's so much little micro RNG that goes on in every facet of this game that it does tend to balance out. I have not gotten a run under or above 130 since the second run I ever played of this category on the stream. So it theoretically all could go horribly, completely, totally wrong. Knock on wood. But even if it does, it'll be hilarious because this game is a riot. With that out of the way, I'm going to reset my timer. And we will begin this final attempt at making a GDQ submission. So, before anything else as well, for some reason, when you make a new file, it changes your settings. And that includes the audio settings. So, if you have earbuds, you might want to take them out for just a sec as I hit skip intro. This is not when time starts, by the way. You just have to show this as part of the category because creating a file does set some RNG values, which will obviously show up in just a sec. I hit that twice. This one's the one I want to hit twice. Subtitles on, most important part. So yeah, I have to go and change all my settings right quick. And where is it? Use Nitro, okay. So with that said, hello and welcome to Pit People. The timer starts when I click play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, Pit People is a game made by the Behemoth, which is the people who made Castle Crashers and Battleblock Theatre, and we got the bad RNG right off the start. Alright, so let me just go to say this game is RNG with a capital R and a capital N and a capital G. Everything about this game is pure and adorable chaos, and I love it. Here's the Hattie Haddington head for the fans. Oh, no, go back. And we immediately start with that extra RNG of what my 6th unit is going to be. There's a chance that is a human and a chance that is a cupcake, and we got a cupcake, which is bad. But you know what? We can sacrifice the cupcake to the blood gods. That is the optimal strategy here. This game, first off, overworld segments. There are 5 maps in this game. And there are 5 overworlds which have stationary layouts, but you are placed into a random location every time, and the maps are way too big to consistently memorize. It's there's some where I know a lot of the map. I just missed all of those coins somehow. Oh, there's Hamilton's Fortress. Okay. But and all the maps share a bunch of features, so it can be even more confusing to navigate them. But it's definitely part of the RNG in this game, is navigating the world map. Some locations are better than others, but they all kind of balance out towards the end. This is the main meat and potatoes of the game. You'll be seeing this sort of top-down vision a lot. This is the combat. In this game, you can move your characters. That's it. You move your characters, and then if there is an enemy nearby, the character has a chance to attack that enemy. Or if it's Cupcake, they have a chance to heal. So you'll see I'm not positioning myself around this enemy, because if I position, say, here, for example, I'd have a 50% chance of attacking the wall, and a 50% chance of attacking the enemy. This happens for enemies too. So this enemy, for example, had a 50% chance to attack the cupcake, and a 50% chance to attack the other cupcake. And so a lot of this run is doing my best to minimize the RNG options available. Honestly, the position that I have is probably good enough. The mortar is going to damage the wall. Alright, and that is the first wall broken. The first mini objective of the entire run, right there. In a lot of the missions, you can definitely just like yeet past most enemies. It is totally fine. That was a really early level up. Good job, Yosef. We're going to yeet everyone else forward. So, the objective of this first part of the map is to break through 2 walls and then get to Helmetor and beat his face in with whatever weapons we tend to have. The weapons we have 2 units who have mallets. Mallets in this game are a weapon type which deals super effective damage against helmets. And would you never guess, the guy whose name is Helmetor literally is weak to helmets, or is weak to helmet smashing weapons, because he has a helmet on. So we will be abusing that, leaving 1 cupcake back here to die, sacrificed for the blood gods. And by that I mean he's going to distract the enemies mainly. So we don't have as many of them on our main human units, who are going to be the ones actually doing things like damage. Sorry, Ear Taker, but you, yeah, suck. I think that is the cupcake that's made out of meat. Yes, it is. That's the cupcake that's made out of meat. There's so many cosmetics in this game. I love it. So yeah, that is literally a blood cupcake full of meat. Blood sacrifice for the blood gods. Yosef got stuck pretty far behind. I want you to come up here, hopefully get the aggro of some of these guys. So you can die. That is all I want, is for the cupcakes to die. There's another reason for that coming up later. And it is part of the RNG of this game, actually, because there's so much RNG. Currently, all this map really has is set enemies and some slightly random spawns. But it's definitely not the worst of the RNG. Not by a long shot. We will get to that soon, I promise. I hope this cupcake dies. But unfortunately, not a lot of the enemies decided to aggro on that cupcake. Hopefully we get a group surrounding him. Yes, we do. That is good. Because we need the rest of the group up here as much as we can to focus on Helmetor. Defeating Helmetor is the goal of this part of the battle. And so we just are going to do that as fast as we possibly can do. And leaving our cupcakes to die means that we have less enemies nearby. And again, every nearby enemy is a chance to attack that enemy, instead of attacking Helmetor like we want. There are positions like Pipistrella here. She can only attack Helmetor because he is the only enemy right next to her. That is the strategy in how we remove as much RNG as we can. One of the cupcakes is dead. Good. Maybe both of them. That message that we got just means, hey, someone's dead. And then Sophia, I want to come here. Okay, go. Other cupcake is still alive. Somehow. Helmetor is not going down just yet, though, but we have him surrounded. He should fall next turn, which gives one more chance for this cupcake to die. That'd be great if the cupcake died. I legitimately want the cupcake to die. No, he's going to survive. Alright. Well, Helmetor is not perfectly surrounded, but he's still close enough to death, and he moved back, which means there are spaces next to him that are open, like these. So there we go. He's surrounded again. We'll beat him up. Level up. That gives someone full health. And that will end this first part of this first map. A little slow, but fine. The reason we want the cupcakes to die is for this part of the map. The number of enemies that spawn is random. I believe there can be up to 5. And as low as 2, and it's slightly dependent on how many allies you have. So with the cupcake alive, we have 5 allies, which means there's a higher chance of getting more enemies. And the cupcake is kind of useless. Like, it can heal us, sure, but it doesn't do damage. And that's what I want. I want damage. So the cupcake being alive, no blood sacrifice for the blood gods. So hopefully no one's down here. Please, no one be down here. Alright, cool. 3 enemies, pretty average. We take it. Now, the objective of this part of the map is to defeat this big Cyclops here, Helmetor, and actually defeat him, like kill him this time. We're not going to do that. We are not going to do that at all. Instead, we are going to murder his minions as fast as we can. Because this game has a mechanic. Oh, thank God Sophia leveled up. That's perfect. This game has a mechanic called capturing. And I'm going to call it kidnapping, because that is funnier. When you kidnap, or in order to kidnap a unit, you need to have them be the last unit alive on the battlefield, for the enemy's side, I mean. So, for example, I need to make sure that Helmator is the last unit alive on the enemy's side if I want to kidnap him. Spoilers, I do want to kidnap him. So we need to take out everyone else first in order to kidnap Helmator. That means leaving him alone, not doing damage to and attacking him, and sending all of our other units just straight on up at these minions, 2 of whom are archers, and archers like to run away. Very, very annoyingly. So we're going to do our best that we can to focus down the non-Helmator units. That's fine. We're going to focus down the non-Helmator units and kill them as fast as we can so we can kidnap Helmator for reasons that you will very soon see once we actually do it. Don't trigger the dialogue, please. Hitting him once triggers the dialogue. You can get through the match without triggering it once, which is god tier, but, you know, RNG. Cupcake, come heal someone. Well, as long as you're alive, you might as well, right? Yosef in particular. Look at his little meaty face. I hope everyone loves the cupcakes because, well, 1, we sacrifice them, blood for the blood gods, and 2, because they're useless and we hate them in speedrunning. Hey, good level up, full health. Alright, so now these 2 bolts should die in this next turn if I pull this off right. So I'm going to move her here. There. 1. Come on, kill him quickly. 2, and there we go. Kidnap. Helmator says squawk because he's actually a bird under the helmet. This game. And you see we get the lore page for Cyclops. Can I skip that, please? Thank you. And we skip some more lore. I should probably talk about that. So, the lore of this game, or the plot of this game, the inciting incident is where Horatio's son, Hansel, gets kidnapped by a giant space bear. You saw the giant space bear for a sec there, and there we were using Helmator's rocket ship to try and go up to the space bear in order to get Hansel back from the space bear. And unfortunately, it did not work. The space bear kind of slapped us down from the sky. Yeah, sorry, I need to take, like, words. I've been talking a lot as I try to do these. But, we're going this way, okay. Random position on the world map. So, now that we don't have a spaceship anymore because it crashed and burned... no, I don't want to touch you, please. Ooh, that was a lot of money. Yes, very good. Here we are, retreat. So, we need another spaceship to go to space. In order to get the spaceship, we need to find the spaceship. In order to find the spaceship, we need Yosef's second eye. Yosef is this blonde guy up here. He is a blonde guy up here. He is a dummy Cyclops, and he currently has lost his other eye, which can see into the future. So, in order to find Yosef the Demi Cyclops' second eye, which can see into the future, we need to know where it is. In order to know where it is, we need to find someone who knows where it is. In order to find someone who knows where it is, we need to go to the Bloodbath Lagoon. Yes, that's what it's called. In order to go to the Bloodbath Lagoon, we need a golden ticket in order to enter the Bloodbath Lagoon. In order to find a golden ticket in order to enter the Bloodbath Lagoon, we need to get it from this guy, Jerkimedes, who took the last ticket to enter the Bloodbath Lagoon. In order to get the last ticket from this guy, Jerkimedes, who took the last ticket to the Bloodbath Lagoon, we need to do a favor for Jerkimedes. And that favor for Jerkimedes to get the golden ticket, to go to the Bloodbath Lagoon, to find Yosef's friend, to find Yosef's eye, to see into the future, to see how to get to space, is to murder some old people. Because this game... So, while I was saying all that, you might have noticed I'm not actually murdering any old people. Because one, that's a crime, as it specifies right here, no soliciting or murder. But two, it's fast. You can just stay here for this quest, and you just kind of sit, and the cupcakes will move around randomly and waste time, which is why cupcakes are bad. Every time they move, they waste time, and it's bad. But eventually, this happens. He's been threatening to blow us up, but, you know, he just decides to give us the ticket anyways, because it'd be kind of anticlimactic if he didn't. We get the ticket. And that is it for this map. This is the only one map, only one base, only one map long quest. That's some words for it. Every other quest, the main story, has at least 2 maps that it can take place on, or that it does take place on. So we will be seeing some of that shortly, as we next are going to take that ticket that we got and use it for its intended purpose for going to the Bloodbath Lagoon, and where we will find Yosef's old friend who knows where his eye is. Ooh boy. I hope you got all that. It will be on the quiz later. You'll also notice we are buying as much nitro as we can and grabbing as much quick gold on the world map as we can. That is because nitro is fast. With nitro, you move incredibly fast, and you also instantly destroy any enemies on the world map that you run into. Instead of having to go into a battle with them, you just poof them out of existence. It's down here. Okay, that's a weird location for it. I have a lot. Let's use one more. Okay. World map do be like. Okay, there it is. I think I have to go down and around. Maybe I have to go up and around. No. Okay, up and around it is. Woo! Good use of nitro to clear the way there. Did I just skip the split again? No, I didn't. Okay, it's 14 of 6. So this is the first map. This is the first quest where RNG really begins to kick it into heavy gear. The first 2 are pretty chill, but the last 5 all go ham in one way or another. This one, as you're going to see, starts out with these cannons. We need to fire these cannons at the enemy. In order to do that, we need to stand on them. And you might notice that in the last map, I was standing under mortar shots and just tanking them. They upgrade pretty hard in this chapter. They do quite a bit more damage, and they will also knock you back. So you can't even stand on the thing, because it'll knock you off of it. Boy. And our positioning is random. We can knock them off as well, but only if we get lucky with it. Hooray for RNG. You go slap them, you go slap someone, you go there. It's fine. So right now, we only have 1 cannon active, and that means we can only knock one of them off, and that's only a chance to knock one of them off. So this is a pretty bad start. It kind of snowballs, because if you knock them off, that means they have less cannons to knock you off, which, okay, we're going to attack the snake. That is the best person to attack. So now we will be able to stand on 1, 2 of them. We're going to not stand in the explosion radius, if I can help it. Oh, I just moved someone off. I thought I was moving him. That was a mistake. Oh well. So he might get knocked back by this. If you're not in the center... Okay, he didn't get hit. Cool. Still, I wish I would have thought a little more, but it's fine. This game is chaos and chaos and chaos. So I'm still going to be able to get 2 this round. Let me just move units about. Actually, let me move him forward because he's super slow. So I'm going to want a fast unit further back while I have my slow units up front. So these units as well, the ones that are launching over with the like cricket paddles or whatever they are, they have a chance to hit units to knock them back. Okay, it didn't happen this time, but if they do that, you also don't get to fire the cannon. So again, you gotta take them out as well as progressing with your own murder tactics. Yes, stand on that. So you are going to do some murder. I want you to throw a thing. I want you to... Okay. That will give me a present next time when we go into the store, which is bad, or not, into town, which is bad because it means I have to remember to click through it. And of course he doesn't get attacked by his own ass, but if we all stand here, no knockbacks, good. This is 3 cannons. Perfect round. Hopefully we will hit the Naga again, or the Medusa. Yes, we are. And with that, we now go into phase 1.5 of this map. Also, listen to the background. CHOG, 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 CHOG. I love that. I love that effect. They'll scream it again later, and you'll see why they're screaming for CHOG. I would scream for CHOG too if I were in this game, because CHOG is beautiful. So now, in 1.5, as I'm calling it, section 1.5 of this map, our mission is to kill Captain Leviatha, and she has very conveniently let herself get surrounded by us. So we're going to absolutely curb stomp her in the face. Like legitimately, that was one of the best Leviathan movements I've ever seen. Again, she's completely random like everyone else in this game, but I can just kind of mash the spacebar to end turn and finish her. There we go. So now, with her down, we move on to part 2.0 of this map. Oh, I have been talking a lot. Ooh. Yeah, I did several practice runs yesterday and several runs today with the voicing, so I can like think about what I'm going to say. And yeah, it's this is CHOG. Everyone say hi. CHOG is not the man we're here looking for. That will be coming in just a sec. But for now, we are introduced to a new enemy type. That enemy type is Octoclopses. Octoclopses are very, 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 very annoying, and I want to shut them down as fast as possible. Because they have, whenever they attack, a chance to trigger one of 2 effects on your unit. Effect 1, Confusion. If you are confused, you have a chance to attack allies if they're nearby, as well as enemies. So that means I have to be extra careful about my positioning if ever an ally gets confused. The other effect is even worse. It is... I don't know what it's called, but it turns an ally into an enemy. So they will turn red, and I will not get to move them, I will not get to do damage with them, and my own allies might do friendly fire on them. So it is horrible to get the RNG where an Octoclops hit turns you into an enemy. Because you basically just lose a turn on that unit. 2 units, 2 enemies? 2 enemies, perfect. You can get up to 3 there. And obviously we don't want to fight tons of enemies. We just want to YOLO swag forward past everything. So we are going to get some more Octoclopses who are going to be able to take a turn first. You might see an effect. Oh, good luck, we did not see an effect. So until then, I am going to leave the big guy back here because he one-shots them. He's also very slow, so moving him super far forward isn't usually going to work on this map. Especially since there's that event with the tentacle slamming. Hey, there we go. He's an enemy now. You can see he's red. I'll show it again in just a sec. He is red. I can't move him. He won't attack enemies. He just becomes a brick. A useless brick. There's the launch forward that I was talking about. So now he's going to get ganged up on, which is actually perfect. He can tank everything. There's a confusion event, the other thing that can happen. But he's not near an ally, so the confusion won't matter because he can't attack an ally. Instead, he's going to attack a helmet unit and deal bonus damage. This fight is going particularly well right now. It can very much turn into chaos, especially if your Cyclops gets spaghettied too much. Spaghettied, why did I... It's painted, I think is what the official term is. I don't know. But until that happens again, inevitably, we are going to insanely quickly move into what I'm going to call phase 2.5. Where now, instead of having to deal with the tentacles, we have to deal with CHOG himself. And I didn't mention Uvulor. The person we came here looking for is Uvulor. Uvulor is a sentient uvula with a plasma bazooka type thing. Please only 3 enemies? Okay. You can get 2, but it's uber rare, and you can also get 4. So I'm totally fine with only getting 3. They also have a lot of helmets. Oh, he's an enemy. Perfect. Of course that would happen. Of course that would happen. RNGs, let's take the wheel. So, in order to get this sentient uvula with a... what do I call it? A plasma bazooka? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. A plasma bazooka. We need to beat CHOG's mouth open in order to get the uvula out so we can, you know, ask him where what's-his-face's eye is. Where Yosef's eye is. Because that is what we need to progress the plot forward. Words. Okay, so that is how the fight starts. You have to bust open CHOG's mouth by hitting it enough, and then he will open his mouth and reveal Uvulor. From here, we need to get as many units within damage range of Uvulor as possible. I think I'm even going to tank a hit. I don't want to put Pippi in the middle. She can help back here a little bit. Because we want to get as much damage on him in this one turn that we attack him as possible before he goes and retreats, and we have to start the process over again. He retains the health that he's lost. CHOG, again, will now have full health, though, so it's definitely a you need to do as much damage as possible when Uvulor is out of the mouth. So that is the goal of what we are doing here. You are going to attack Eddie the CHOG. I want you to finish off him. You're not really helping with this. Also, there's a lot of knockback from CHOG opening his mouth, and from Uvulor showing up. Both of which do randomly move units if they're in the area. So it looks like I'll be able to hit him with 4 people here, unless the spider nets someone, which would be bad. The spider might net... No, okay, we're good. We should be able to hit Uvulor with all 4 of our humans right now. If I position them correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you to just go here. Yes. He's actually really ridiculously low. Oh, I think, yeah, he has barely too much health. We just got a little bit bad RNG, but next time we hit him at all, this map will be over. Oh, wow, yeah, you might just die. Hopefully he levels up on this next hit. Otherwise, okay, oh well. Yeah, destroy the boss. Destroy the boss. He has a helmet, so this does bonus damage. Nope, not a level up. Oh well. He can totally die, it's fine. It's not like he's missing any EXP, because I'm about to end the fight anyway. Maybe he'll even survive this, because they might attack... Yep! Look at this! Oh, never mind, they killed him anyway. Psych! Oh, wow, and they turned 2 of my allies into enemies. This is RNG. But these 2 should be enough to finish off Uvulor. End this fight. Yes, there it is. That is the end of the first major RNG hurdle in this game, Bloodbath Lagoon. And so now, we defeated Uvulor, and Yosef eats Uvulor. Yosef eats Uvulor. and Uvulor, like, fuses to Yosef now. So that is how that works. Oh, I thought I nuked you! I nuked you! Okay, so this shows if you do run into something in the overworld, it is not all doom and gloom. You can fight them, which I'm not going to do, or you can run away like a little pansy baby. Running away like a little pansy baby makes you lose health and drop your items that you're carrying. We do very much care about some of our items, like that. There we go, good revenge. The cage. The cage is what we really, really, really needed there. So we kept it, and that is good. Now we're going to head back home before I can press the split button. Why did I go through? You can see the clouds are parting, and I just didn't think about that with my brain, because I am a little bit, spaghetti. Some free money, though. I like money. Oh, here's the town. Okay, this also randomly happens, where the bear will pick you up and move you to a new map or the same map in a random location. There are 5 total maps, if I haven't mentioned that. So, you know, we'll see where we end up. Hopefully we end up in the upper left corner of whatever map we go to, because all of the next quests are up there. Can I skip? You have to click on, like, the other side of the screen for that, which is dumb. Anyway, so we now have Uvulor, and Uvulor tells us where Yosef's Eye is. Yosef's Eye is in Mount Olympus, which is always in the upper left of the map, which is why I want to be close to that side of the map. Otherwise, we're just going to have to spend a lot of time doing overworld movement, which is fine, but... oh yeah, I think we're close. You can tell because it's slightly to my right, meaning I was already pretty far to the left. Oh, come on. It's just that there's a huge lake in the way. Yeah, I know where we are. I've seen this map a bunch lately. I've seen this map a bunch lately, and I still don't remember that this sandcastle leads to doom. Actually, the sandcastle might be in another map, too. Again, a lot of the locations, especially the quest locations, are shared between maps. So you can get confuzzled very, very easy. So, Mount Olympus. With its beautiful rainbow bridge that is definitely Mount Olympus and not something else. Oh, it's gone. Jerkamides is here again, and Jerkamides stole the rainbow bridge. So in order to get Jerkamides to put the rainbow bridge back, he wants us to get him an orphan. Which is an odd request, yeah? But, like, maybe he just wants, like, a family. His name is Jerkamides, but, like, even jerks deserve love, right? 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 Nope, that's mountains down there. We need to go around this way. Pop. Get stunned. Okay, you're actually also going to come closer. So this. Look at the roof of the building, by the way. I love this game's, like, little, subtle, tiny jokes. And this is my favorite one of all of them. You cannot see that. The map will not go high enough after it's already started. So if you miss that, it's gone. You will never get to see it again. Wow, that is 6 enemies and none of them are a fairy. That's really bad RNG. Alright, we take it. So, Randall's discount orphans. The orphans don't want to come with us because we insulted them, I think. But we need an orphan for Jerkamides. So, what are we going to do? You might wonder. And the only respectable solution, of course, is going to be to kidnap them. We're going to kidnap an orphan, and we are going to bring Jerkamides his very own orphan. I have used the word orphan so many times, but like, this entire mission is just about orphans. You just don't question it after a certain amount of playing this game, because it is a thing that does. Okay, you're going to go forward, get the archer. Mushrooms are weak to helmet smashers, and I have several of those. Pippi, yeah, that. So I'm going to target Fresh Meme here, because he can go into an absolute spaghetti. I'm going to make his face turn into spaghetti with my helmet smashers, is what I'm attempting to say. This Cyclops is also, he has a helmet on, weak to helmet smashers, very, very convenient. I do not want Sophia to die, because again, we need her to kidnap people, and kidnapping an orphan is the only reason why we're here. So, we gotta play it smart with her, so she stays alive. If she dies, we need to reset the map, so she can come back to life, and therefore we can kidnap an orphan, for real. So she's already below half health, that's perfect. I love it when that happens. Yosef here. Sophia, just book it. Just book it. Just survive. She can also level up, which would be nice, but like, what are the odds of that? Probably like 0. She's probably not going to level up at all. The robot might attack her. Nope, it's going to attack her. Pippi. Pippi can totally die. Everyone but Sophia can totally die. And it will be completely and utterly fine, I promise. So let's now start focusing a little bit on some of these other units. Leave a couple people behind to deal with him. And by that I mean one person. Who just leveled up too. Perfect. He's not actually dead though, which is a bit misfortunate, but he'll die next turn. Okay. Stop. Okay, she's stunned. It's really, really bad. You can still attack him. You go, and you go help your friend. Okay, one down. We also killed the shroom. Oh, I should talk about the enemy types. The shroom, again, does AoE poison damage, is weak to helmet smashers, which I had several of. So I smashed the heck out of his dumb face and tenderized and murderized his skull. Humans. Cyclops, you've already seen them. They beg humans, basically. Hair trolls. Hair trolls are weak to fire, and like Cyclops, they're big units that cost 2 to equip. Basically just means they're like twice as powerful as a normal unit would be, if you think about it like that. We're going this way. Luckily, the hair troll's back here. And the hair troll, since it has so much health from being basically twice the normal unit, and also it can heal itself. It has that property, slash ability, slash whatever you're going to call it. We just are going to leave it for last, and that's what we're going to kidnap. Alright, now that is the last thing alive, I just need to move Sophia into place, and we will get the kidnap. Where's Sophia? Alright, kidnap this orphan. There we go. Whew. And would you look at this? Cornelius Happy Days is an orphan, and he's going to come with us. So, you know, 50% off? You know what that means? 2 for 1. It's an orphan special here, baby. Jerkamides is going to love his double orphan, supreme joy, orphan. Just use the word orphan a lot in the split. That's all that matters. And so with orphan teleporting back to us, because orphan, they can just teleport, don't you know? We're going to give the orphan to Jerkamides. You can also put him in a little igloo over there, but that's slower. So we're not going to. We're just going to give him straight to Jerkamides. I'm sure the orphan will be very, very happy. And so will Jerkamides. Actually, no, he's angry. He wants a fresh orphan, not an expired orphan, so he's going to expire our orphan. And spawn 3 enemies, and one of them's a fairy. Yes, let's go. Okay, so I think 2 enemies is the minimum I've seen here, but 3 is very, very good. I did not use the campfire. Oh no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So campfires will heal you when you're out of battle, which I probably needed, but it's okay. This map can end very, very quickly, especially when there are only 3 enemies to deal with. So we're going to deal with these 3 enemies as fast as I humanly possibly can, because this one doesn't count. You don't need to kill it to end the match. But you do need to kill all but 1 enemy in order to end the match. And that 1 enemy you will get as an ally. If this one doesn't count, you can't get this one as an ally. But that means if we don't kill the fairy, we get the fairy as an ally. There goes Sophia. It's fine. I definitely should have used my campfire like I meant to in like the strats. But, oh my god, if no one actually gets touched by the orphanizer, that's beautiful. Okay, one enemy left, and then this map is already over. That is how fast this one can go. Okay, we are now down to 2 allies, though. Yosef is still around. He's just been turned into an orphan. We get some dialogue about it. It's slow, but it's fine. So these two just go bop, bop, slap around this Cyclops as best as we can. That's not exactly what I meant. Hopefully, yep, okay, he'll still be in range. Oh, but he won't be. Okay, that's bad. You can throw stuff, you can move forward, you just go for it. Okay. There we go. That is a level up on him. That's not actually going to do all that much because we want level ups to be in the middle of the match so we can get more health. But since we gave Jerkamides an orphan like he requested, Jerkamides gives us a puppy. That puppy is the fairy puppy person, and we will be seeing a lot of this fairy throughout the rest of the game. The orphan also comes back to life. He's fine. He won't be joining us. He's maybe not the healthiest, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Have I said fine enough? It's fine. No, you do not get to touch me. You do not get to touch me, sir. You can definitely get right into battles, like right immediately after exiting a map, and that is bad. And we do not want to do that. So let me take this route that I have suddenly memorized back home. And split. Okay. So now that we have Puppy Person or Fairy, are going to make the last team member change of the game. Bye, Sophia. You don't have a net, so we don't care about you. Let's give him some googly eyes. Oh, they match. Oh, that's so perfect. We also want to give you a sword. Yeah, that's less damage, actually. Sure, this one. We also give you a slightly smaller shield to make up for it. Okay, there we go. That is team comp. And we must accept the quest. Yeah, I just have the campfire now. That's going to take up inventory space, but it's fine. Now that we have the bridge back, and our new fairy friend, we get to go to Mount Olympus for real this time, I promise, where we will be getting Yosef's other eye. And with that, the ability to see into the future, to see where the spaceship that we take to go to space is. I don't know what else you'd be doing with the spaceship, to be quite honest, but this game, you never know. You could be using a spaceship to, like, visit your mom or something. I don't know. This game literally probably would do that. So, we are going to Mount Olympus. And this is a boring stealth segment. There are 4 maps to Mount Olympus. 3 of them are stealth segments where you only have Yosef. However, this section of the map, these 3 maps have almost no RNG. The first 2 literally have 0 RNG. The last one has a little bit, which I'll explain when we get there. But until then, it is literally just optimized movement, skipping through the dialogue that teaches you about the stealth as fast as possible, and not getting caught, because if you get caught, you have to restart the room, and that's slow. So I've planned out the routes for this already, and I should probably take a breather. And this is a very, very good place in the run to take a breather. To talk about donations, to ask questions, to meme, to shout the word CHOG in chat a billion times. I need to go here, there we go. But for the submission, let's maybe talk some logistics. First off, couch. Obviously, I can talk a lot. It hurts my voice a little bit, but I am like an actor and I talk on stream a lot. This game also isn't very mentally intensive, so you can like kind of zone out while you do it, honestly. Like a lot of the strats are just kind of just unga bunga, you yeet your units forward and then have to think a little bit about where to position them, but the general tendency is forwards. Certain maps take a little bit more out of me than others. There's one coming up in a bit that I will talk about extensively about how much I dislike this map because it is the hardest map in the game. But for the most part, like there's no quiet time, there's no like intensive tricks. Like the other game I run is Ori. So like Ori, there's nothing like Sorrow Bash, or there's nothing like Fast Stompless, Swamp Entry, Frankie walk. There's nothing like that. No big tricks to this game. It's really just optimizing your movement as much as you can and doing what you can to combat the RNG that you end up with. So it's pretty easy to run and to talk at the same time. It is just a little bit long. And again, normally I wouldn't be talking for this part. This would be like a good time for donations, comments, jokes, etc., etc. But logistics. I could bring on some form of couch. The only other person who actively runs this game is my cousin. His username is bbro29. I recruited him to this game. It would be his first speed game, or it is his first speed game. This is not a very good game for his first speed game, but he is a gremlin clown psychopath like me, and so the RNG chaos of this game is exactly what we both like. Otherwise, it is definitely not hard to learn. A lot of it is just like the enemy types, which you only see about half of in the run, and a lot of them don't matter. Like we saw Driders a couple times in this map, or in this seed so far. They just don't matter. They're basically just like net humans with weaker health. I think they're weak to something, but I don't know what. It's because it doesn't matter. Kobolds also, they're effective against archers of all things. We don't have one of those because archers don't have a ton of damage output. And kobolds are also weak as heck, so we punch them a bunch, and they only show up in like the first map when I have to talk about other things anyway. So commentary is super duper easy for this run. But there's not really anyone else who plays this game. It's very niche, very memey. So, I don't know, there's that to take into consideration. Estimate's probably going to be 130. I did just learn this game for the 12-hour challenge and put it down for a bit to focus on Ori for the upcoming Ori tournament. But I've done, what, 6? This will be my 6th online run in the past 48 hours. And all of them so far have been under 130, even the ones that got horrible, horrible RNG. And I've done some offline practicing, and even like the worst splits that I've labbed out, so I just do individual splits when I practice offline typically, aren't that much further behind the worst stuff I've gotten. Like, you can lose up to like 5 minutes on each, but like, I don't know, in real runs that typically just doesn't happen a ton unless you lose a full battle, which can happen in 2 of the maps, the ones that you need Sophia for. But even then, like as you saw in my last splits, my last run lost that and then PB'd anyway, coming within 2 minutes of world record even. So like, the game's pretty forgiving in terms of that. You can make up quite a bit of time from deficits. You can also lose quite a bit of time when you're ahead, but it all evens out in the end. I've mentioned this before, haven't I? What else is there to talk about? This is definitely the best point for donations, and I tend to be somewhat of a motor mouth. As you can tell by my mouth, which is going very motor, even during this time where I said it is time for me to be quiet. I'm still talking. I'm sorry about that, but I'm also not sorry about it. This game has so much to like talk about and so much to think about. I love this game so much. It's just a riot to play, especially casually when you can like read all the dialogue and you can make your own team. Like, you have the ability to kidnap units of all these different species: fairies, gorgons, cyclops, vampires. It's really, really fun. Mushrooms. What else have I used casually? Cupcakes. Definitely cupcakes, because you want to heal her casually, but like, not in the speedrun. We ditch our cupcake and sacrifice them for the blood gods. I forget to skip this video because I'm talking. Oops. So, that is kind of the end of the logistics spiel. And now we are back into gameplay. Finally. This map is probably one of the worst ones for RNG. You can't lose it like some of the earlier maps, but you can go a little bit upsetty spaghetti about it. There we go. We're just going to yeet in 4 units. Okay, that's actually bad. So, the objective of this map, now that we have Yosasai, is to escape. But this door up here was closed by the Sphinx that's guarding it. And so, to escape, we have to answer her riddle. And the answer is murder. I don't even remember what the question was. The answer is murder. To escape this map, we have to jump through the airlock. In order to jump through the airlock, we need a parachute on all of our units. So, we are going to... I'm going to move him towards the launcher, actually. We are going to need to kill an enemy and get a parachute for each of our units. In this game, you can have up to 11 units in this map. One Yosef, he's a required unit, and then some units come in pairs, like the Cyclops takes up 2 spaces, some units take up half a space. But we have 5, so it's pretty easy to get all of our parachutes decently quickly. However, right now there are only 4 enemies, so we need to kill one of the reinforcements that will spawn. And again, we need to do it quickly because speedrun, but you know, it'll probably work out in the end, I assume. But yeah, you can definitely lose some time in this map by getting enemies who are flung across to weird positions. Every few turns, the floor will open up more like this. All units in the map, ally and enemy, will be moved to random positions and take some damage like that. They can drop parachutes from that. So you can... I'm going to have my fairy grab it. So you can be moved further away from nearby parachutes, which is the worst thing that can happen. But I was actually moved okayly close to that parachute. I'm close to this one, so it's not gonna... I'm gonna have my Cyclops grab it because he's very slow and bad at getting towards parachutes. Meanwhile, it is time to blow more people up. Grab the parachute. You attack someone from a distance because you can. You are a ranged unit as well. I'm gonna have you go down here. I'm gonna have you go Psych. I'm gonna have you go here. And Fairy. I'm gonna have you go up here. Okay, go. So we're going to try to debate them up towards us. Horatio can hopefully grab this next turn. If an enemy is standing on a parachute, you cannot grab the parachute. An enemy is going to stand on the parachute. That is, yeah, pretty typical. But this enemy is nearly dead. This enemy is nearly dead. And we need 3 parachutes, and there's 1 being stood on. Okay, so quickly put you there. Fairy, just blow up someone nearby. You go there, you go there. Okay, we're good. Hopefully moving people away will move them off the parachutes. So there are 3 parachutes on the ground now. Whoa, okay, one of them still being blocked. Thank you, Hall Minotaur. You are a jerk. Okay. Oh, we're also going to get moved. Okay, hopefully all 3 of my units who need parachutes end up close. No, one of them ends up very far away. Gross. You can get one. And you can stab, and you can go there. Okay. Now all we need is 1 parachute on Hippie. So we're going to move Pippi to get the parachute next turn, unfortunately. You guys are just going to stab this fella. Hopefully this stuns. That would be perfect. Yes, it stunned. Perfect. Okay. So, with this last parachute in hand, we can escape this map. I'm going to move everyone away from the Hall Minotaur for something that will become clear in just a sec. There is a strategic purpose to this. But before we have to escape, we do have to defeat a giant floating baby head. If all 5 of my units attack this, we can 1-round it. And to get all 5 of my units to attack it, we are going to move them away so they cannot target Hall Minotaur. There's a little bit of RNG involved. Yeah, 1 round. That also skips some dialogue. Heck yes. That was a really good Olympus. Even with the 4-unit spawn, we dealt with the reinforcements very quickly. And now we are going to get out of this quest and into the second to last quest of the game. So, lore. Now that we have Yosef's eye, he can see the future. And the thing he sees, the way we get into space, is by Jerkomedes, of all people. Jerkomedes has a spaceship, and so we are going to need Jerkomedes to work with us and use his spaceship to get us to space. I did not press my split key, did I? So that's going to be a little late, but it's fine. Might still be a gold anyway, but I don't know. No, okay. My last split was probably... It was a gold. Okay. So we need to find Jerkomedes, puppy person for some reason, who was presented as a human in that cutscene. Just ignore. Oh, do not touch that. You get out of my way. I took maybe a little bit of a bad path to get towards it, but it's fine. Where's the Sunny Butt Stay spot? Oh boy. Getting a little twisted around. Gonna get some more money though. Oh my god. Yep. Sunny Butt Stay spot. Here we are. Okay. So, this map is also a pseudo stealth section. It's really, really short. In fact, this first map at least. There's a second map that's we'll get to. But Jerkamides is taking a spa day and does not want to be interrupted, so we are not going to interrupt him. Interrupting him in this game means breaking some flowers. So we are not going to break flowers. If we do, we get to fight his minions, and that is slow as heck. So we're not going to do it. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. You can monumentally screw this up, but we're not going to. There's a reason why we're only taking one unit as well. And it's so I can there are a couple reasons why I'm only taking one unit. It's much easier to traverse the... That is a safe place, but it's not the right safe place. There we go, okay. Also, the camera snaps down, meaning I have to manually drag it back up every time, which is very annoying, but it's fine. Okay. There we go. We have made it to the end without touching a single flower pot, and we have found Jerkamides in the spa, interrupted his beautiful bath day. He's a little bit mad at his minions that they didn't catch us, and so he Thanos snaps them. Poof. Now, he tries to teleport away, but he's running low on magic. So we are going to take this opportunity to 1v1 him. And specifically 1v1, this is the other reason why we only bring up one unit, and it is because Jerkamides teleports after he takes damage. So we want to do as much damage to him as possible. And so if a unit who isn't the fairy or Helmetor hits him, he will teleport without taking like upwards of 10 damage. And so we only use the fairy so that every time we attack, we get 10 plus damage. And this fight should only last about, this 1v1 fight should only last about 3 turns if I don't miss. Jerkamides has a very high dodge chance because he's a jerk. No, we 3-shot him. There we go. Perfect Jerkamides fight. I don't even think he attacked me more than once. And so he's basically out of magic. And so now we have him like cornered in terms of he can't teleport away anymore. And so we are going to chase him down in order to force him to help us. Like the heroes of the story. Hooray! It's okay, his name is Jerkamides. He's clearly the villain. I did not mean to use that. Oops. I mash-clicked way too hard and just lost a nitro for it. So yep, there is the Jerk Dome, all the way up there. Very, very far away from us. So, prepare for a little bit of a motion in the overworld. Also, by the way, Spain is canon in this universe. No, hold on a minute. Where am I? The arrow was pointing right to it. I'm sorry. I'm not taking another quest, so I'm not taking another quest. Ooh, that's a bad map movement. But you know what? Let's get into the Jerks on You map 2. This map is probably my least favorite in the game. There are 3 parts to this map. Each part is very symmetrical, so they have 2 subparts each. 6. That's pretty bad. It's not the end of the world, but it's pretty bad. You can get as low as 4, which is the best, but... So, let's talk about why this map is so bad. These are robots. They deal bonus damage to fairies. Electricity deals bonus damage to fairies. And if you didn't notice, Fairy is my main damage dealer and my best unit that I have to murder people with. So being down a fairy is pretty uber bad. He's confused. He might attack Pippi. No, okay, got lucky. So yeah, they do bonus, nearly double damage to the fairy, whom I want to keep alive more than anyone else. So yes, very, very upsetty spaghetti about that. That this map happens to be the one that has like every fairy in the game, or every robot in the game. You attack that, Cyclops, you attack that, Helmetaurus, what his actual name is. You two both mash on this guy. Alright, good. Good teamwork. Triple kill, yes. So, yep, now we are on phase 1.5. You only need to kill a certain number of enemies before this phase triggers. And the 0.5 phases of this map, you need to destroy these consoles. No Pippi, I want you to go here. Yosef, whatever his name is. Unfortunately, I had to move a little bit further away to keep the fairy from dying, but we are going to get people pretty close in here. Pippi, it's going to be hard to hit this back console unless something dies, but something is probably going to die because that is how this game works. Things die all the time. Oh, she's paralyzed. That is bad. That's fine. This console should die. This one's taking damage. She'll take more damage next turn. Now we just need to get this other gray one. Everything's moving out of the way. Specifically, it's moving to attack the fairy because AI is a jerk, just like Jerkomedes. Big surprise. So we're going to use you two to hit people. We're going to use you to hit this. And you can, yeah, attack that after. Hopefully, Horatio does enough damage. Yes, he does. Alright, there's only one robot left. The robot is actually not going to stay a robot. As we move into phase 2 of this fight. This phase is the humans phase. Every robot turns into a human, poof, and he spawns more humans. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Ah! And Joseph is immediately surrounded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. Oh boy. Joseph might just straight up die here, and there might not be anything I can do about it. You just learn to live with it. You two come over here. These have helmets, so we have helmet smashers on these two allies. So we're going to, do some bonus damage ourselves. Very, very good. Joseph is still stuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Stinky. Big stinky. So move here, move here, move. Yeah, you stay there. You move here. Go. Level up. Oh, beautiful. Full health fairy. And yes, that gives Joseph a way out. He will survive. He can also... No, I probably want to have... Who wants to go down here to attack this guy? Probably Joseph. Probably Joseph. Come... No, you are going to attack that. We want to attack you. We want you to attack that. We want you to attack that. We want you to move up. Go. I probably should have had him throw at range because he can, but... Okay, it got a kill anyway. That's all that matters. That might be enough to trigger. Yes, phase 2.5. We are going to once again destroy some machines. Fairy is vulnerable. It's fine. This guy's nearly dead. We're going to want to make sure to take care of him if we can. So okay, those two machines. Now we need to destroy these two. None of these enemies are super low. Maybe the fairy can probably take out this guy who's a little lower. I'll have him work on that with Joseph while these three do some destruction up here. We're going to want him on that. Him on that. Actually, I'm going to throw you up here as well. Help them. And you kill someone, please, hopefully. Okay, there's one machine. Two machines. Okay, this guy's going to survive and turn into an enemy as we move into phase 3. Phase 3 has 3 different types of enemies in the map. Those will be Cyclopses and fairies and mascots, which are the guys that explode when you kill them. So yeah, very, 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 very dangerous. This part of the map. He will also, Jerkomedes will, on every 3rd turn, he will summon trolls. 4 of them, in fact, which is a lot. It is not what you want to see in this map. Oh boy. You go down here. You attack the explosive thing because you have range. I want you. We're splitting the party. I don't know what the worst that can happen is. The worst that can happen is actually death. but Helmator can pretty much solo this map. I've done it before, actually. In one of my earliest runs, I soloed this map as Helmator because he just got... Everyone else just got bodied, and I really didn't know what... Oh, okay, so yeah. When they die, they explode and deal 50 plus damage to everyone near them. Yay! Did I say yay? I meant, oh my god! Actually, I need to move away. You attack the explosive thing with your ranged attack. That's a dead fairy. Okay, that should trigger 3.5, the final phase of this fight, where we need to destroy these 4 machines, and then it is over. We have not seen trolls yet, so they are, yep, going to appear now. On the 3rd turn. We just want to ignore them, honestly, and just bum rush the machines. These guys are going to stick around. The trolls will disappear after a turn. So, just bum rushing the consoles is what is fastest. Horatio might die here. I really do not care. These two can hopefully sneak down and pop a thing or two. Horatio can move over and fight someone. You are a fairy. Make sure you attack someone who's at range. Okay, go. If the fairy targets this and it explodes... No, okay. Dang. That's a 50-50 shot to attack it, but we did not get it. And now I have to be a little wary because it is in the middle of a bunch of allies, but I should be able to move close enough to start destroying these consoles. Yes, okay. Hopefully both of these die here. Fairy. Okay, fairy targeted the wrong thing. It's fine. The console will be destroyed next turn. Oh, trolls. Okay, they might block my pathing, or they might block my aim, but I'm smart enough to avoid them, and I will attack the console a bunch. Okay, that's it. Map's over. I do have to make a dialogue choice here that every single time I've practiced this run live, it's been left side of the click, except I might have right-clicked or might have been on left-click one of the times. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. This game is fun, but completely chaotic. That was a good Jerk 2-ish. Took me a little bit longer than I'd like to destroy some of the consoles, but Jerk is going to push the button and get some dialogue. Ha, okay. He's joining us. And that ends the map. We get to go home. And home is where... Why did you take that long way around, you jerk? Wasting my time with your RNG. How was Helmator MVP? Puppy Person did more damage, or more... His bar was full, whatever. Gotta go all the way home. I don't have any nitro, so we're just going to slow-mo roll through here. Yosef is dead? Oh, he died at some point, I guess. I don't care. I mean, it's not like we're going to get into any fights on the overworld, because I'm going to avoid them like a boss. Hopefully. Cough, knock on wood. But we just gotta get home, grab some more money. Money is good. Lets me buy more nitro, even though I don't actually need any more than like 4 nitro for most. There's the discount orphanage. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. I played that way closer than I ought to. Okay. Home is where the heart is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? The icon goes away when you're close enough, but like, okay, there it is. Woo, we're good. Ooh, okay. One last split for the road, babies. Let's go. Come on. I have to click on that side of the screen. It's so annoying because if you mash click on this side of the screen, you can enter the arena and lose time that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably all I need. Go. So now that we have Jerkamides on our side, we can use his spaceship, which is actually his house, in order to get to space, in order to fight the giant bear who stole Horatio's son. Are you getting all this? Again, there will be a test. It's only about 20 minutes away, so prepare yourself for that. Just saying. Alright, let's blast off to infinity and beyond. No, 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 no. 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 Through the gap, through the gap. No, I'm out of nitro. Okay, we can just run from this. We can just run from this. I can pick up the campfire and use the campfire to get to full health-ish. Full health-ish. Okay, we can run from this. It's fine. I thought I had one more nitro. I wasn't counting very well. You can't flee during the enemy's turn, so we're just going to do that. All right, need to grab my campfire so I can use it. Luckily, not using that campfire earlier means I have it for now, which isn't really lucky. It's just dumb, but like. Now I can heal because you do take damage when you flee. Alright, we're close to full health. I like money. And, alright, let's start the final boss. Woo, here we go. Must achieve fast. So, as you are seeing from the allies, or from the sprites that just came up, we will be having allies this map. I'm holding the button, please skip. Those allies are controlled by the RNG, not by me. So they can help, they can hinder. They can't get in my way. I can always just take a position and the allies will readjust. But they can either distract the enemies or like just kind of like get one enemy out of the way and leave the rest to touch me. And I don't want that. I want them to distract as many of the AI enemies as possible. Ooh. But another thing about this map, fairies. The reason we want a fairy so badly is specifically for this map. Because these tufts of fur are in our way. We need to get past them in order to progress. Maybe eating my fairy up there isn't the best idea. Let's play it smart, because I lost my fairy one of the previous runs that I was attempting, and it was embarrassing and sad. But the fairy has an AoE fire attack, and the fur has an elemental weakness. It's fire. So being able to destroy so much fur at once is incredibly strong for the fairy. Like, genuinely insanely strong for the fairy. So that's exactly why I want the fairy and why we make him my king unit, because the king unit can move extra distance and can also go zoomies. Sorry, I already said the distance. They have more health and they do more damage as well. So my fairy unit has more health, makes it less of a glass cannon by a little bit, and it can move 4 tiles, which is a lot. Some units like Cyclops can only move 2. But this is the mini-boss for this stage. Ursa Minor is one of those types of enemies that explodes when you kill them. It does like 50 to 60 damage to everything around it. This means we don't want to touch it. We do not want to touch it whatsoever. We probably will end up touching it because it's in our way, but if at all possible, it is best to just avoid Ursa Minor, just like it's best to avoid most enemies in the game. So that is what we're going to attempt to do. Hopefully they engage with this big clump of AI down here. That would be swell. Level up means he's fully healed. There's a bomb right there. 1, 2, 3. Fairy can get past it. Yosef can get past it if he steps on a bear trap, which I'm just going to have him tank the bear trap because who cares. Yes, the AI is absolutely getting jebaited to heck and back by my units, which is exactly what I want. Why can't... Oh, I can't walk through the bomb. No. Hold on. No. You don't go through. I want the fairy to go through, of all people. Because the fairy is our big damage man. So I'll leave a couple of my units to help out the AI in this massive debate scheme. Hopefully they completely ignore the fairy, but odds are I'm going to get a little bit of bad RNG and they're going to target the fairy instead. That knockback was actually bad because it means they're closer to the fairy. And 1, 2, 3 ally enemies right here. Only 2. Okay, I'll take it. I don't know why these guys are all just standing around. AI do be dumb sometimes, but like, we take it. We hecking take it. So our fairy now can yeet forward, and that is all we need to begin the end of this phase 1. Because we need to destroy the star up here as the actual objective. There's a bunch of fur in the way. Fairy does not care. Fairy will burn all of that into oblivion with giant explosions. But goes Fairy. It does help to get other allies up here because the fairy is also very RNG in that it has 12 spaces that it can attack if I have done my math correctly, which I probably haven't. So it happens to miss quite a bit more than a lot of other units. Yeah, just eat the bear trap. It's fine, Pippi. You'll be fine. So having this much fur up here means that it will target a bunch of random not fur things, or it'll target the fur more than it'll target the star. So that is not what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can make it back here, which will give him a 4 chance to attack the star. 25% chance. Yeah, there we go. So you are bleeding, and I don't want you to take the bear trap. But the other of my units can come up and help. Start with this. That is actually kind of convenient because it opens a path for the rest of my allies to move forward next turn. From this position you can hit that or the star. From this position you'll hit that. Okay, this position is definitely the better, unless I can move to this corner, which I don't remember if I can on this map. But if I could, that is only a 50% chance to attack the fur and 50% chance to attack the star. The fairy will not attack things that are right next to it. Okay, perfect. You can move there. I love it. You're move here, move here. You have a ranged weapon you can throw. Alright. The AI did a spectacular job of distracting them. That is some beautiful work there, boys. And we have already started damaging the star. So, once the star is done, we will move into phase 2. And we will also get fully healed for that. So Horatio having a bunch of damage right now, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're going to be there. And we're going to move you not through the fire. We're going to move you into the fire, though, because I don't really care. And we're going to move you, and we're going to move you. Go. That is what I'm supposed to hit, actually. Thank you, narrator. The bear is the narrator of this game, actually. The final map is the narrator of the game. That space is open. I probably should not put Pippi on it, but honestly, we're about to survive anyway. And by survive, I mean win the map. Shoot. The only place you are guaranteed to attack it is there. So you can go there. There. Cyclops man, you actually do big spanking damage. I want you to not go there, and I want you to go there. Okay, that should be enough to finish off the star. Even if the Cyclops doesn't hit it. Yeah, okay. Didn't need to think that through so much, but now we are moving on to the final map of the game. The allies are now gone, and we are down to only my team, and I'm forgetting to skip this cutscene because I'm talking. So, it is just my 5 units, back to full health, as we are moving forward against... Oh, that was a big spawn of enemies. But we can totally do it. That's 6 of them. There's no unicorn, which is good. There's no spider, which is good. I don't like fighting those enemies. Cyclops is kind of bad. He can knock us back. Humans are just generic. Like, they don't matter. They don't have any special, like, movement hindering things. So, that's really all I care about, is the movement hindrance. Because I want to move to the end as fast as possible. The big thing about many enemies, though, is that they're going to block me. They're going to body block me, and it's going to suck. Avoid the bomb, and avoid the bear trap. Now, moving forward, trigger another one. The bombs also do ward off the AI. The AI does not want to touch the bombs. Also, on next turn, these lawnmowers are going to come down some predetermined paths, and they're going to knock back any units who are in them. So I'm going to do everything in my power to avoid those spaces where the lawnmower is going to be crossing. So you two can move up there. Yeah, there's some explosives in the way, but it's fine for the most part. So there we go. This is reinforcements triggering as well as the lawnmowers. We should not have to care about those reinforcements at all. Luckily, our enemies also get knocked out of the way by those. One of them got knocked into a bear trap. That's hilarious. But there's still 5 kind of in our way, and this guy's going to come up. Luckily, this one's backing off a little bit. That's a small path to move forward, but there's a path to move forward nonetheless. And we will be taking it, because Unga Bunga, Rush Toward the End is definitely the name of the strategy in this game. Yeah, my voice is definitely going to get out, like, yikers-y. I've been, like, I did this last night, which was 3-hour-plus long runs, doing it tonight, so it's 6+ hours of talking. If we count 20 minutes on each of them, which I did, at least 20 minutes each of them, that goes up to, no, Fairy, you're going to come here. That goes up to, what, 8 hours of talking? Yeah, 8 hours of pretty much non-stop talking, because I'm a psychopath who loves this game far too much, and hates his voice far too much. It's okay. I theater kid. I know how to get better. It's lemonade and honey. Honey and lemonade. Okay, this is the final boss of the game. It is a troll mom, is the name of the class, and we call them Big Mamas here in the community. And by the community, I mean me and my cousin. Big Mamas are 3 spaces big and take up 3 units if you recruit them to your team. They are also weak to fire. And if you hit them with an AoE, they will take damage 3 times. So who has an AoE fire attack in this game, I wonder? It's maybe like Fairy is by far and above the single best unit hands down to use on this map. Like, no contest whatsoever. And now we are almost at the bitter, and not sweet is just bitter. Yo, how did you get sent back there? It's fine. It doesn't really matter. The Fairy attacked the wrong thing, but Yosef attacked the right thing. If I put the Fairy right there, there is a 33% chance that I will end the map on any turn. Nope, there is a 25% chance, because that little minion moved right there. So I have to hope that the Fairy will take the 25% chance and hit the right thing, otherwise it's going to have to happen next turn. As we continue to just beat the rest of our units as far forward as possible. Who's going to take the bear trap? I don't know. Probably Pippi, actually. Yeah, Yosef is fine. Okay, so we did not get the 25% chance. So they're moving away. The Fairy is guaranteed to hit it this time. Alright, GG's. There is also a movement section after I hit this. The time is not when I hit this. Oh, my neck. Whew, that was not a good noise. I don't need to move everyone forward, but I'm going to do it anyways. Poof. Because the Fairy can miss, RNG happens. It's a bomb! In fact, it's a nuclear bomb. I'm holding, skip the video. So, at the end of the story, this speckled horse, which is totally not a giraffe, it is a speckled horse, call it what it is, please. Let's see. It grants us a wish after the bear kills everyone by like slapping them or something, or like firing lasers. Yeah, it grabs Hattie Haddington from the ocean and uses him like a lightsaber. Kills everyone except Horatio. Horatio gets a wish. The wish is to go back in time, so now we are in the intro of the game, which we skipped because intro is slow. So we went back in time. We now can save our son, and we're going to collect all of our friends as we move up toward the city. This is also where thanks would be in the run. Like thank you GDQ, thank you Cousin, thank you Behemoth, except for the fact that the settings reset every time you start the game, which is very, very annoying, and they should fix that. Also, the name of this section in the very, very official guide that I made during the 12-hour challenge when I learned this, this section to run is literally just ditch your son as fast as possible, because he cannot move as fast as us, and even with all the dialogue, we are faster than him. Time ends when you enter the city in 3, 2, 1, time. Woo! That's a wrap. All right. So yeah, this game has quite a bit of RNG in it. but it typically balances out in the end. It is very chaotic, gremlin, smooth brain, hee hee ha ha ho ho, funny ha ha time, and I love this game. The lore is bonkers to the wall. I wouldn't call this an awful game. It might be a silly game, but like it's definitely a very well crafted game. It is just not fit for speedrunning pretty much at all with all the RNG and chaos in the game, but like it's so fun. I love this game. I love this game to death. It is it's probably my second favorite game of all time after Ori. And like you can't beat Ori, but like I don't know, this game tickles a different itch. That game is very mechanics and like the story is actually like good. This one is just memes all the way down. I love it. So I'm gonna rest my voice now. Thank you for watching. And until next time, goodbye. Stay hydrated, everyone.